Right, so it's been a little while since I made the last video. I've come over with my dad's today. We're going to do a few little jobs. I'm not going to record all the jobs on time-lapse or anything, I'll just come back and forward as and when. But today I'm hoping we can get the diesel heater fitted. It's meant to rain in a couple of hours, so hopefully we can get that done. Got a couple of jobs to do inside. I've got the table I want to try and fit, like the dining type table, eat the food off. I've got a couple of little bits underneath the van that I need to do. Just things need tidying up, cable tying out the way, things like that. But the main job is the diesel heater. So come back to you when I start it. Right, so that's a diesel heater we ordered. It was one of the all-in-one diesel heaters. We went to put it where I hoped for it to be. Wanted to put it by the sliding door, but unfortunately underneath the van it's got the box section bits underneath, so we couldn't put it there, so it has to go under the floor, which meant we had to take the all-in-one bit to pieces, so it's not all-in-one anymore. So apologies for any background noise. I forgot the microphones, so just using the phone microphone here. So I've ran into the first problem. I forgot to tidy the back of the van out after I had my trip away to George Bay. So my dad's gone inside for to have a cigarette while I tidy up. Yes. Through. Right, so that's the holes drilled for the exhaust pipe and the inlet pipe. That's just them pushed through just to make sure that they fit. So now it's just a case of fitting the heater basically. So that's the heater in place there, fuel tank next to it. It's just started raining quite heavy before, so we're trying to take refuge in the van while we're doing it. So obviously you saw the holes drilled in the van floor. We've fed the exhaust and the air intake through. We're just going to screw the heater to the wood floor, and then we're going to go back under the van on the wet floor and see where we can position the exhaust pipe, because it needs fastening to the underside of the body of the van. Right, so obviously nothing's going to plan. We didn't get the right fitting, so I'm just walking through my dad's garage so that he's can't really get his overalls. Sorry. So like I say, it's just not going to plan. There's not enough fittings in the box. I think it's possibly because it should have been an all-in-one unit, but now we've separated it. Just get my dad's overalls. Yeah, so I've had to get Laura to get something from tool station, and she's bringing that over. So at the minute we're going to have to jack the car up. Bit of rain's just landed on the camera lens. Couldn't have landed anywhere else, had to land on the lens. So yeah, so we're jacking the van up, getting the wheel off. Hopefully Laura won't be long. Right, unfortunately we've had to stop for the rain. We've not been able to get it finished. Like I say, we're stopping and starting, stop starting with the rain. But the floor outside, obviously it's soaking now. We need to be climbing under the van to try and fit the exhaust and everything. So we've called it a night. We're going to have to finish it another time. So we'll see how long it takes. Obviously, weather permitting, my job work permitting, my dad's job work permitting. We'll get it done as quick as we can. Right, so it's a week later. Still trying to install the diesel heater. Just open the van. So yeah, I'm gonna have to shut the door again after I've just opened it. I'll show you where we got up last time. So just quickly climbing the van. There's the diesel heater here. Oh, I've left my torch on. I was out just before. We've got it installed. We've got it. Obviously, the exhaust nut going through underneath. The fuel tank isn't fitted yet. I'll just quickly show you the underneath the van where it is. Just jump out. Slide no. So under there we've got the air intake. Other side of the wheel you've got the exhaust. This is going to focus. There it is. Going towards the back of the van. Oops. And that's pretty much it. Excuse the absolute pigsty of a van. I've just had to chuck everything out of the way. So yeah, so now I need to get everything else connected underneath. I need to drill a hole in here to get the hot air out. I need to get a vent put in on this side so fresh air can go in. And I need to get everything connected up. Right, so I've cut the hole in the side just here. I've just loose fitted the vent at the minute. The air tube, I've cut a section off to join it on the other side of here to the heater. I need to fasten that in, and then we've got a little vent just for the air intake. It's going to go on the inside here on the wall. Just going to screw it on. I'll draw around it first. I'll put a few holes in with the paddle drill bits I've got, and that just lets, as the air comes out of here, it sucks fresh air back in. Just keeps the air circulating. It recirculates the air, so the air that's already been warmed inside of the van goes back through the heater, gets warmer and warmer and warmer, and heats the van up. Obviously, the idea for this, we've got it blowing in but down to the floor, so obviously the hot air will mix with the cold air that's on the floor. Hopefully the heat will rise, and fingers crossed that'll heat the van up quite quickly. So I'll just crack on with the next bits. Right, so apologies if the camera is going to be a bit shaky here. I'm using the little selfie stick with the gimbal thing, so we'll see how I manage with it. The fuel tank, I needed to lift that up a little bit, so I've inside here, I'll see if the camera will let us move it. Yeah, I've put a block of wood on here and a block here just to lift it up, so when I get the fuel tank it just sits there like that. I think I'm going to need another one along the floor because otherwise it kind of lies a bit slant. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So to fix it, I've got some of this fixing band. It's just from Screwfix at Tool Station or whichever. I don't know which one it was. But literally I've just kind of measured by eye enough to go around it, and I'm going to screw that in to the spacer bits that I've just put in, and then that should hopefully just keep it in place. Once it's full of fuel, it's a 5 or 6 litre capacity I think it was, so there's not going to be loads in. Hopefully it shouldn't move around too much, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll see if I can get this fixed into place and see how we go. Right, so that's the fuel tank secured in the best I can with this band stuff. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep it there. Like I say, it's only going to have 5 litres of fuel, and there's not going to be that much weight in it. And like I say, when you rock it, it's pretty solid. So yeah, that's it. That's the heater. That's the heater and the fuel tank fitted. It just needs kind of all connecting together now. It needs obviously the fuel lines connecting in and the power supply put in, the fuel put in the tank, bleeding through, and that should be it ready to go. So I'll crack on with that part next. Right, so I had to take a little break from doing the heater. We had to go back to Tool Station, the hardware shop, just to get a few more bits and bobs. I needed self-tapping screws for the table, and we needed some roll plugs just for a different job in the house, but we had to take a break from doing it. So I'm back on with the heater. It's going to be dark in here because I've got to have the door shut now. It started raining. So all I need to do really now is just do the wiring, fill it up with fuel, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that's it ready. Okay, so hopefully you can see on the screen just here, it's powered up, it's working. So now all I need to do is put some diesel in, prime the pump, and hopefully we'll get the heater working. But first of all, I need to clean up all of this mess, and then I need to tidy the wiring up. Right, okay, so that's everything wired in, connected in, tidied away, pretty much ready to go. When I say tidied away, the wiring, I've just covered it with duct tape at the moment. I'll see if I can get this selfie stick to show you. So there, like I say, it's not the neatest of jobs. However, we are going to carpet line all of the like interior of the van, so that's going to be all hidden across the floor where the wires run from this side over to that side, the driver's side over the passenger side. We're going to put vinyl flooring down. My friend Michael, he's going to fit it. He's just literally waiting on me and Laura to get our fingers out our backsides and get it actually done. It's going to have like a double layer of the insulation to go over the top anyway, so that'll be hidden away. That's fine. And then, like I say, he's going to put the vinyl flooring on the top. So, like I say, now it's just literally prime the diesel pump and then see if I can get the heater to work. And fingers crossed, it'll all work. Right. So that's the heater turned on for the first time. Oh, just jumping inside. Um, that's it. Trying to draw the fuel through. I've got a bit of a sorry. I've got a bit of an air bubble stuck in the fuel pipe, which I think might be an issue. Right, so that's the heater running. It's on max speed. If I come around to the side, it's absolutely blasting hot air out. Um, I have noticed that just having it on standby, it's starting to drain the battery. I've got a display just up here. Sorry, that's why I was looking up there. Like I said, I don't know if it's how accurate it is or whatever. I've got another one down here actually. I suppose I can press that. 12.2, yeah, so they're both showing 12.2 volts. Um, I think I'm going to have to give the van a good run to charge the batteries up. Obviously, it's got the solar panel, but the weather's been rubbish these last few days. So it's not really had a chance to top it up much. So yeah, anyway, like I say, the heater's running. It's pumping hot air out. I've got the door open because obviously it's the first time it's been used. It's burning off all the like the plastic, the oils, all the muck and whatnot that's on it. Like I say, it's a bit smelly at the minute, but it tells you to do a first run to burn off any oils and whatnot that might be on it. Yeah, like I say, that's it running, that's it warming the van up. So I'm just gonna leave it for a bit, and then I'm gonna shut it down. When you shut it down, you turn it off via the control panel as well, and then it goes through a shutdown cycle. Because if you just turn it off by itself, the temperature inside the heater is too hot, and it ends up melting the circuit boards and whatnot. Whereas at least if you turn it off by the panel and it goes through the cool down cycle, it pulls cool air over everything just to close it down. So yeah, like I say, that's the heater in. It took us longer than I thought, by about a week or so, but such as life, you have work, just life. Laura's got COVID. I've not been feeling great, but I've been testing negative, so we've got there. That's the main thing. That's it done. So that's it for this episode anyway. I'll see you later. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.